Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are looking at pages 82 and 83 today. Whose and whose. And then there, and there. Oh, see what I did? There. Okay, so whose and whose. Whose, with an apostrophe, is a contraction for who is. Okay, whose, with an SE, is an interrogative pronoun that indicates possession or a relative pronoun in the possessive case that's introducing a clause. Oh my gosh, what does all that mean? That means that whose with a contraction is who is. Like, who is coming to dinner? Who is doing all of their work this semester? Who is driving Ms. Rizzo crazy? Okay? Whose would be James is this no, that won't work either. Hold on. Well, the man whose recipe won first place is from Louisiana. Or the woman whose dress was dirty fell in the mud. Okay? So we've got who is coming to dinner, maybe, right? We've got whose recipe is this, which is that interrogative pronoun showing possession. And then we've got the man whose recipe won first place is from Louisiana. We've got this is a dependent clause in here telling us about the man, giving us more information. So it's the relative pronoun showing ownership, right? The man whose recipe. So the man owns the recipe. Yeah, you with me? Good. I'm so glad. So what we're going to do is we're going to, fill in the blank with whose or whose. We're going to label if it's a contraction, an interrogative pronoun, or a relative pronoun. Okay? We're going to do the first 6 together. You're going to do 7 through 12 on your own. So number 1, whose name did you pick? So is it going to be who is name did you pick? Or a possessive whose name did you pick? It's not going to be who is name, right? So it'll be whose. Now, it's not going to be the contraction. So it's going to be interrogative or relative pronoun. Since there's a question mark, it is interrogative. Okay? Number 2. Who's your first choice for class president? So change it to who is, just to see. Who is your first choice for class president? Well, that sounds right. And it's a contraction. Okay? Number 3. I know whose name you picked. So is it going to be I know who is name you picked? No, that makes no sense. Okay? And it's not a question, so it's a relative pronoun usage. Number 4. Who's going to pick up the children after school? Change it. Who is going to pick up the children after school? That makes sense. And it's a contraction. Even though it's asking a question, it's still a contraction because of this apostrophe right here. Okay? Number 5. Whose mother is carpooling today? Who is mother is carpooling today? Doesn't make sense. And since we've got that question mark, it is interrogative. Last one together. Number 6, that is the girl whose mother is driving today. Or that is the girl whose mother is driving today. So it's going to be whose. It's not a question. It's not a contraction. So it's a relative pronoun. Okay, so you're going to do 7 through 12. So, number 7. Blank signature is this. So it's going to be whose signature is this. There's a question mark, which makes it interrogative. Number 8, blank, the most likely one to get caught. Who is the most likely one to get caught? And that's a contraction. Number 9, the student blank report card had all A's, was the envy of everyone. The student whose report card had all A's. It's not a question, relative pronoun. Number 10, blank $10 bill is this on the ground. Whose $10 bill? It's a question, it's interrogative. Blank the owner of this $10, number 11, blank the owner of this $10 bill. Who is the owner? Contraction. And number 12, the woman blank picture hangs in the office is a former principal. The woman whose picture hangs in the office, and that's a relative pronoun. You guys did excellent. Go on to page 83, which is there, and there. Okay, so THEIR is the possessive form of they, so it shows ownership, right? THERE is directional, shows direction. Over there, we went there, right? And THEYRE is the contraction of they are. Okay? Do you know their address? Ownership. There's the bibliography. Oh, bibliography is an old word. Showing, pointing. There it is. And they're merely acquaintances. They are merely acquaintances. That's that contraction. Okay? So, we're going to write either there, or there in the blanks below. We're going to do 1 through 6. You're going to do 7 through 12. I'm going to give you, you can do 13 through 15 and show me, but there's not really a good way to do it on this system. Okay? So, here we go. Number 1. There won't be enough time for a thorough view of the material. This is THERE, okay? Because it's giving us an indication of like time, place, direction, okay? So there it is. Number 2, I don't want to ruin their plans. Whose plans? Their plans. Showing ownership of the plans. Number 3, do you know their motivation? Same thing, ownership. Number 4, they're the likely culprits. They are the likely culprits. Number 5, their tickets to Singapore are first class. We're going to show ownership of those tickets. Number 6, I can't find their address. Also showing ownership. Okay? 7 through 12, on your own. Number 7, blank is a detour due to construction just up the road. It's there. Good job. Okay? Showing that directional stance, right? Number 8, there wasn't anything worth watching on television. You guys are so smart. Showing that, that at that place, that time and space continuum at that point. Okay? Number 9, they're not to be trusted. Good job. They are not to be trusted. Number 10, blank first choice of vacation spots was Maui. We're going to show some ownership of the choices. Number 11, blank will be a 15-minute break at 4 o'clock. Showing that time or space. And number 12, did you see their reaction? We're showing that ownership again, ownership of their reaction. So if you have questions about both of these, any of these things you want to make sure you're asking, I'm going to do a sentence for you, one sentence with all 3 of the words in it, okay? So we're going to say, they're going to their house because you aren't there. So they are going to their house, ownership, because you aren't there at that place. Okay? So if you think about that, think about these things, you should be good. This is Miss Rizzo saying have a nice day and make good choices, and I'll see you soon. Bye.